Welcome to another episode of my Motortown playthrough. The NoTP playthrough version continues. Yeah, that thing. So I took a moment to make up my mind on what to do next because honestly last time I don't know. I just decided to do something and thinking back it was just more cargo transportation, which we've done for a few episodes now in this playthrough. So today I think we should actually be able to take a tow truck. And that's exactly what I want to do here, just checking that thing out. I mean, we've done that in the last episode before going back to the NoTP version, but hey, we are kind of strapped on different things that we can even do here to begin with. So let's take the truck over here and do a few recovery missions. And yeah, first up I need to actually take a look at the map and see what's available at all. I think we encountered this one here last time and I thought to myself, hey, that looks like money. So we might actually take this, and there's another one up here in Jeju, or near Jeju at least. A lot of the others are actually off-road and that's not a good idea with a stock vehicle, so yeah, I might skip on them. We need a lock diff in order for that to work out. Ideally also in combination with a stronger engine, and that means not the default truck. I was also thinking about something, since I kinda like the idea of having like a civilian non-job specific vehicle driving to a job site and then actually doing the job from there. Once I get better vehicles, I could also maybe plant them at a job site. So maybe I have my tow truck, if I get one, just at some random location near a garage and then go from there. That would be an option. Because right now I feel like if I just buy myself all the job vehicles, it's kinda taking away from the entire idea. And I also don't just want to keep paying the ownership share for all the jobs. That's also not really up my alley. Then again, this playthrough is not really meant to like go anywhere fast. It's definitely gonna be a bit more laid back, a bit more relaxed, and therefore I'm not really stressing about making as much money as possible. I know if I need some money, if I want to test out something specific, I have another character to fall back to. So that kinda works out better in that regard. God, the brakes on this thing are abysmal. Also, while I'm back around my house, I might as well put down the parking lots we bought in the last episode. I was about to say yesterday, but honestly, yeah, there were only a few minutes between the last episode and this one. So let's quickly stop right here. Get over parking lots and put some of them down. Not entirely sure how I want to do this. How large are they? Okay, I can put one over here. Would be nice if there was enough space to make it like this, but maybe I'll just put the other one over on this side for now. I might actually move back the entire building at some point, just to get more space in front of it. And yeah, one of them is going to be for the small cage trailer, one for the trailer that we bought here already. So yeah, that's how that's gonna go. Might take a while before we get everything sorted out. But yeah, if I only want to have like one specific parking lot for each vehicle. I'm gonna be needing a few of those. I might just buy another few properties here and there. Don't know what that guy was dying. And yeah, if I can get it sorted out, I think I would like to actually try the whole Lijo Harbor vehicle delivery next episode using my newly acquired vehicle trailer. I usually either go for one of the tow trucks or the rollback, maybe even the low max, but yeah, doing that with the small vehicle trailer would actually be kinda interesting in a different way. I cannot use it for the tow missions because those vehicles don't start and the car actually needs to be able to get onto the trailer on its own. So that only leaves the harbor delivery jobs because those vehicles are actually functional. But it could be quite interesting as long as we find something suitable. Okay, now let's go grab the Daffy. Still has all of its wheels. I should be checking if it has any flats. Also looking fine. Yeah, usually the car goes down on that side anyways, so it was kind of obvious that the tires were all at least functional. The size difference between these two vehicles is pretty hilarious. I hope we at some point get finally a few of the asset pack vehicles actually replaced and all of that. I've been talking about this for, I don't know, a year now or something. Nothing seems to have happened on that front. I mean, they tried replacing the Camaro looking thing with Chevy Nova lookalike, and yeah, of course, as I mentioned last time, Camaros are a big deal, so you kinda need another Camaro to do that job. And I think that also threw off a few of the other plans. I mean, the Bongo is an obvious replacement for the Townie. The Roadmaster might actually be one that they intended for the Cheetah. Not entirely sure about that, but yeah, I could see that working out. But yeah, ideally we would get actual replacements based on the entire exact same model and that kind of thing. And I really hope that they do actual replacements and not do like legacy models, just keeping the vehicles in for the people who bought them. I kind of just want everything to be replaced with nicer looking in-house models if they, I mean, since they want to do that anyways. And not just have some unobtainable vehicles still in the game that are just looking worse than everything else to begin with. The new vehicles should be nice enough that nobody wants to drive the old stuff anyways. Especially if it's like barely functional. I mean, they have potential plans for making the doors usable or some of the cargo compartments in the back, etc. Or maybe later down the line you might need to do an oil change, and for that the hood has to open so you can access the engine, that kind of deal. So the vehicles need to all work in accordance to that. I mean, those are just the rumors that I heard that might be potential plans that may or may not ever come to fruition. And besides that, some of the asset pack vehicles are so large they don't even fit on the Kira rollback and all of that. So for that sake alone, unless we want to put in a lot of work to added asset vehicles unnecessarily, they should just be replacing them. But there are a few people who would like to keep them around as some legacy models for the people who got the game early. I just don't like the whole, yeah, if you didn't get in early, you won't be able to access that stuff. And it would give like a special status to possibly the worst vehicles in the game. Not a fan of that. But yeah, they would need to start doing this kind of stuff to begin with in order to like get any progress on that and to see how they would want to handle it. Just coming by the bus dealership there, since we were talking about the cheetah and the roadmaster a moment ago. Be careful about the Mickey. And yeah, I just completely missed my turn point there. I was thinking about some stuff, but yeah, certainly not about the route that I was going on. Yeah, another thing is I'm not entirely sure about which vehicles at this point are actually in-house models and which ones aren't. I know that everything that has the 7HC or SCM logo on is definitely in-house, but there are a few ones that I'm not entirely sure about, which are first up the Coma. Because that thing, it has a lot of upgrades and all of that. I don't remember ever seeing it in an asset pack, at least the ones that I looked at. And usually the smaller ones, or the ones where the sources of asset vehicles that haven't been used that much don't have any tuning. So I'm not entirely sure if the Coma is an in-house model or not. Same for the Panther. So that's the MX-5 looking thing. And the Coma, of course, is the Mini Cooper. There's another car over there. What is that even? Looks a bit like a Bongo from here. You know what, I'm gonna go on the dirt and just see if I can make it after all. I know this is not a good idea, and especially not taking a lamppost with me. But I might be able to do something with it. I also wonder if we will have to go to Jeju with it or back to Gangyang. I would like to go to Jeju. Nice little bump. Right into it. That definitely did some damage, I'm pretty sure. Oh, cargo damage 100%. This thing isn't worth it at all, but I'm here. So I guess I'm gonna do it. And yeah, it goes to Jeju. And hey, don't need to be careful about this thing anymore. This is done already. I also have to remember that I need to get back to Ollering in order to get my car back and then bring it back over to Gangyang at some point. I would like to set things up to do the harbor deliveries next time around. So yeah, I need to keep that in mind. Oh yeah, there's the other vehicle. Can I hook it to this one? Oh, careful. I mean, I can't make this any more broken than it is already, but I don't want to have to recover it either. So let's keep it on the wheels. Another bongo. Oh no, that's actually the Townie. Since we were talking about vehicle replacements here, yeah, that's another set of them. Quite the obvious one for replacement. And to be honest, I think the Bongo would have been a suitable replacement for the Townie. I think the Townie can also have a winch or something. There was one upgrade that the Bongo was missing on, or missing out on, that the Townie can actually have. That would actually make it the preferable option for Guangjin bus lines. I mean, the Bongo can also do it since they nerf the terrain a little bit. Made that a bit more accessible. But yeah, if you are worrying about getting stuck, a winch is usually a pretty good thing to have. But hey, we are going to do the... okay, it's not really a Bongo Bonanza, because the other thing is the Townie. I already forgot about it. Anyways, Bongo Bonanza. Just because. Also, with every vehicle that I deliver, another one should be spawning somewhere, and it's likely gonna be inaccessible to me now, somewhere in Oatly. Not gonna go there. At least not anytime soon. Also, kind of funny, but actually just having the whole NoTP thing and considering to maybe store all the vehicles on my property in a physical way, or at least have a separate parking lot for each of them, I might actually need properties sooner than on the other one, even though I'm not teleporting to them. Can I place a bed outside? I think that might be necessary at this point. Just a property with a single bed just under the stars and a lot of parking lots around it. Maybe I can make like a makeshift housing from those office divider walls. Or just get the sandstone building, the smallest one, that should be alright. For at least a bit of privacy. And yeah, this one might actually be a bit more worthwhile, since it doesn't have any damage. So here we go. It's a pretty good payout. I think the other one was like 4K before the ownership share. The question is, am I ever going to do like bus lines in this? I mean, driving the bus myself, of course, but like having the AI do it for me, building up the company. Ah, there's another one over here. Oh, that might actually go back to all the speedways, so that's actually not the worst idea. Anything else around here since we have a bit more time? I could maybe try that one, but oh no, cheetah, I'm not gonna do that, that's too heavy. So let's go back to the west end of the island. I mean, it's not the worst. Oh, Jesus Christ, he's going left. It's not the worst idea. Just trying to set up for the next episode already. So if we have enough time, I'll just take the vehicle and trailer across here to Jeju City already. But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think of the whole ordeal here. I kinda like it so far. It's not too much different from regular early game, but not teleporting around. I mean, I could otherwise save myself some time just going back to my house and getting the vehicle out again. And I think once you have your job finished and just going back to your own car, it's kinda neat. I better slow down a bit. I don't touch the brakes even on dry ground. Speaking of which, the rain immediately ended, so that's nice. This area is also just amazing looking. In the end, you just usually drive past here unless you're doing like a rally and actually use those dirt roads between the fields. But even just having this as scenery at all, it's really great looking. I don't even know what those plants are that are growing over here. But maybe at some point we could maybe get like another farm right there. I don't know if there isn't one already, I don't think so. But yeah, maybe there could be a farm building here adjacent to the field, and that might be another place to pick something up. And yeah, over there we have our target already. Almost inside. And what can I say, I'm just really enjoying the drive over here right now. It's another Bongo. Bongo Bonanza, as I said. Like, what is it with all the old VWs just breaking down on the side of the road? Or somewhere off-road even? Is the game trying to tell me something? Maybe it's trying to get me to buy one of these, but yeah, maybe later. Again, it's a really amazing vehicle, but I think for what I have in mind here, it would not be great just having a jack of all trades from the get-go. I actually want to go to different places, get like a vehicle that fits the job, and then come back there later. If I own these myself, it's just gonna reduce that kind of aspect from the playthrough. And yeah, of course, as I predicted, that vehicle will be going to the All Speedway shop. So that's a good way to tie the knot on the entire experience today. Going back to where we started, getting the car back, and then bringing it over to the next place. Oh, that was that was spicy. The bus was already on 2 wheels only, and yeah, I'm glad it didn't go any further. What's the color on that thing even? Looks like a sausage. Or like a hot dog, I mean. Here we are, barely more than a scratch. And now I can also get rid of the truck itself again. Because it is back home. And yeah, I should have maybe disconnected the car from the hitch beforehand or wait for it to despawn, but hey, don't really need to do that. We already got paid, doesn't matter how much damage we do to it afterwards. So let's go back to Gangyang, grab our good old trailer and then bring it over to Jeju City and specifically the harbor. We might also be able to just buy the Elisa next episode or something. Should have enough money by now, but I mean, I have a plan for what I want to do next, so I guess I'm just gonna stick to that for now. We're not really in a hurry for that. And if everything goes badly, we can also take a loan. Just keeping that in mind. Did I actually do any upgrades to the car yet? I think I wanted to do something, but I'm not entirely sure if I went through with it. I mean, the suspension feels pretty good, so there may have been some changes to that. And yeah, let's quickly check. 20k for the Elisa, so we would have enough money. But since we would leave it over here anyways and would need to come back for it, we might as well take care of it another time. Yeah, let's hook the trailer. I don't like how the game doesn't really put in the clutch if I leave the car. If it's in gear, it's usually just gonna do the stupid thing and drive off. Oh, I can also put my car onto a small parking lot, so that's nice. Barely large enough for that. I don't really care too much about the small parking lots. They are... I mean, they are useful for regular cars, but usually just go straight to the medium-sized one. Seems to work a lot better. Oh god. This thing is a bit shaky. Maybe I should have given it some upgrades. I mean, looking at the angle of everything here, I should have maybe lowered the whole thing quite a bit. I mean, we can still do that once we get to Jeju. Or maybe even do it here, try to make this a bit more stable, because this thing right now isn't really handling how I would like it to. Which might be obvious by how much it's swerving around. Oh, that reminds me, if we come past some place that has any cargo, we might actually want to try something. I remember seeing a screenshot where you could actually strap down regular cargo on the trailer. I just want to see if that's still an option. I've always been advocating for multiple use cargo beds and that kind of thing. So that would be really nice. Suspension ride height. I mean, that looks fitting. Problem is that's 40k and I don't even have that at all. So I don't know what to do here. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna buy 2 of them and just do like the... oh, that's actually not working how I wanted to. Maybe if I put it on the rear axle, I just want to have like a lift axis in here. No, the suspension is too soft for that to work. Maybe if I get like a harder spring, yep, now they are actually kind of retracting. Maybe that's too high to begin with. Let's have another look at the suspension. Yeah, that's... maybe I should have come with something like this. Too late now. I don't know if this was a good idea to begin with, but I did it. Maybe I should have gone for the rear axle to be on the ground and the middle one to be floating, because now I think it's actually trying to lift up my the back of my car, so I'm not having that much traction on the rear axle anymore. And I kind of need that in order to stay driving. Yep, this was definitely an exercise in what not to do. I'm just gonna go back there directly. I mean, you can see how horrific it is now. We are barely getting any traction on the rear axle, and that's not how it should be. And really, I should have gone with a more conservative amount of lowering here. Just maybe like 7 centimeters and not 10. And that's the thing where I'm too used to my other playthrough now, where I just have enough money for anything. So let's go back here. Uninstall and install the front axle. I mean, might as well buy another 2. And I think this should be better now. Because now with the axle on the ground is basically acting as a pivot point. And yeah, now the teeter-totter is definitely putting more weight onto the car in front, and that should make everything handle a bit better. If I wasn't driving like an idiot, this would actually work out pretty well now, I think. But yeah, that's immediately far less horrible. This is basically downforce at this point. The other configuration was adding lift, and that was not something positive for the vehicle. Then again, you can basically imagine every single axle that is on the ground just being like a rotation point. So the being forced behind the rear axle also kind of means that the front axle is now slightly less or getting slightly less traction. Shouldn't be that much of a difference though, so that should be alright. Because once again, leverage. But yeah, if I put way too much weight on the front of the trailer now, the front axle of the car would be going up. So that's not really what you want. Okay, of course I'm gonna have to be doing manual loading. And yeah, I know I'm kind of making this longer than I wanted to, but for science. That's kind of disappointing, but not unexpected. And you know what, we've done a significant amount today, so I guess I might as well cut the episode here. Next time we're going to go to Jeju, hopefully making enough money to maybe fix whatever I've done to the trailer today. And then we are going to go from there. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time. Till then, have a good one and bye bye.